I get asked this question a lot. Why do we invest in buy to let? Not specific, why do we invest in property? Why buy to let? There's so many new people coming into the industry all of the time, and they can be lured by, I need to get into SA, I need to get into HMOs, I need to get into title splits, I need to do ground up type of stuff. Obviously, my background is in martial arts. I've been studying martial arts since 1997, so coming up to 30 years now. I made my initial money building my martial arts business. So I always look at things and I compare things to like the belt system in the martial arts. So if a white belt had come to me and said, right, I want to now go into this particular championship or tournament or competition, we've got to appreciate that there's steps that we need to go through. Okay. Unless you're 100% hands off and you say to somebody, right, there's £250,000 or there's £100,000, invest in property, get back in touch with me in a year, then obviously you're completely hands off. But if you're looking to be, involved with it, but running another business at the same time, whatever, just always strip it back to what are your goals? Why am I doing this property? Is it because I like to, you know, is it because I like to turn around properties, or is it purely because of the passive income? Depending again how you structure your business. Is it because of the monthly cash flow? Is it because of capital growth? Is it because it's better for me to do that than to pay tax on it and all the other bits and pieces? So one of the things that I tell my mentees is you need to always strip it back to your goals. So what might be best for me and my family might not necessarily be best for you and your family, and so on. So for us, obviously a large portion of our portfolio is traditional, boring, call them what you want, vanilla buy to lets. However, with that, there are of course good things, and like any property strategy, there are bad things as well. So lots of people will get lured into the serviced accommodation. I could charge 80, 100, 120, £200 a night for this particular property, compared to £600, £700 a month if it was on an AST, a short hold tenancy. Or I'm going to split it down, I'm going to create a little mini more 3 or 4 bedroom HMO, and I'm going to really start raking it in. That's entirely up to you. Okay. It depends on you, but you've got to appreciate now that each strategy has its pros and its cons. Okay. It's as simple as that. With the high rewards come the high risks and the volatility and so on. So it's whatever you want to do. For us, why we invest in buy to let, hopefully we've got a property now that we should be picking up the keys for in about 3 weeks. It's a 2 bed terraced in a very good area. It needs a full back to brick refurb, which is fantastic for us, but we know that hopefully if we keep on target for our renovation costs, we picked up at a really good price point anyway. And just another little tip there, if you're one of my mentees watching, you'll heard me say this a lot, you should always lock in profit on the purchase price and the day that you pick the keys up. That's when you make the money. If we manage to keep it all on point, then we should be able to pull out a massive part of our initial investment. We're obviously doing the BRRR strategy: buy, refurbish, refinance, rent out. So we should hopefully at the end of that have about, I don't really want to say at this stage because things come out, we should have less than £10,000 in that property. But even if we have £15,000 left in the property, I know that that £15,000 is working a lot harder than it is in the bank. So just always remember that, okay? So yeah, why do we invest in buy to let? The monthly cash flow, nice. The capital growth year on year on year. Now, again, I'm not going to go down a little rabbit hole. Of course, property does go down, but in the long run, you just have a look over the last 10, 20, 50, 100 years, the direction always goes up, especially here in England. We live in a small, or UK, we live in a small island. Population's forever increasing, and housing is always a problem. It has been for many years. So yeah, I'll just go over those again. Why do we invest in buy to lets? Cash flow, some of them might only clear 250 a month, some of them might be clearing 400. But just think of that now. It's all systemized, our business. That just drops into the account each and every month. We're not actually trading time for that. We're not actually going out to, how can I say it now, work for that money, which is why we like the set and forget model. Purchase a property, do the refurb, pull the money back out through the refinance, put a tenant in, hopefully a decent tenant that stays there for a long time, and you'll get your money each and every month. Again, it should help your net growth, your net wealth increase every year. So that's one thing, one metrics we track every December at the end of every year. how many properties have we purchased that year, how's our net wealth grown, how's our cash flow grown, and so on. And it's always good to look back 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and so on, especially when you go through a property, a bit of a property boom as well, really. So yeah, don't fall for shiny penny syndrome unless you're absolutely adamant you want to do SA. Then go for it. Same with HMOs, go for that. Same with titles, but whatever you want to do, but make sure you educate yourself. All right. So again, probably on the bookshelf up there, might have 15, 20 property books. Probably listen to maybe about the same, another 15, 20. It's good having this knowledge up here, of course it is. Knowledge is power, but it should really be applied knowledge is power. Okay. So the knowledge you've got up there, apply it to improve your life, your cash flow, and your wealth. If you think I can help you, of course, get in touch. I like to work with committed, people. So if you think that you're committed, if you think you're serious, if you think you're going to listen to what I say, then get in touch. Maybe read a few of the blogs that I've put out as well on my website. Like I said, that's an old school website. You need to look at dervish.com. That's my name. Read some of the blogs, check out some of my mentee slash client reviews on there. And like I said, if you're serious and you want to go for it, educate in yourself and get in touch with me. I will be able to help you. Okay. All the best, everybody. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video if you've enjoyed it. Take care. All the best.